Hi everyone, hi Nick. I'm back with actually with a journal for the shop. Been doing a lot of custom work lately, so I apologize that there hasn't been anything that's kind of up for a free-for-all. But this one is for the shop. I just finished it just this very second. It's another one of the big hardcover ones, one of the big two signature hardcover fabric wrapped dangled journals. Crap all over the back of it. It is, hang on, I'm going to zoom out just a teeny there. And well, you can see the bottom of the tripod, but I think that's a little better as far as getting it in frame. It is, let's see, measures 8.5-ish by about 6, and it's a 3-inch spine. The cover is some Tim Holtz fabric that's got newsprint all over it. And because it's been glued down with the paste that I always use. And this time I went around the edges and along the spine, the edges of the spine with, what did I use? Ground espresso. I just like how it looked. I just like how it looked, so I did that. It's eyelets and this gorgeous silky ribbon that I got from Denise's shop, A Tattered Dream. Just got this a couple of days ago, and I used all of it in this journal. It is so soft. It feels like silk. It's a little bit stretchy. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's this really light pink. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I used all of it on this journal. It fit. It just works perfectly with the color scheme for the cover. Also on the cover, I have these 4 corners. They're metal. They're also from Denise's shop. And I will link her down bottom. And those are just glued on. This is just this is Dreams Etc. I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Dreams Etc. It goes with one of the Jane Austen kits, because that's the theme of the journal on the inside, is like a Jane Austen type of a theme. So I've printed off her Jane Austen kits quite a while ago. And this, and I used some of the ephemera and just seemed to work. So I stitched it onto this, I would call it more like antique, vintage antique, whatever we would call it. It's a silk, little tiny handkerchief. I would say probably either my great-grandmother or my great-aunt or even my great-grandmother's mother, my great-great-grandmother, would have made it. I had a clear out over the last weekend, and I found the big tub of antique and vintage linens that I've had for a long time, like 30 years. So I'm starting to pick through that, and talked about it with my mother, and she said she didn't mind if I cut them up. So I'm going to start going through and start using some of that. And this has hem. The stitching is called hem stitching, and it's all over it, and it's under the image as well. And what I did was I sewed the image onto here, distressed the edges, sewed the image on, glued it down, and then I kind of just rumpled it and tacked it, glued it down here and there, and I don't know, I just liked how it looked. And we have a Tim Holtz pin on this corner and some vintage buttons, these little resin roses and a pen nib on this side. I left this blank. I hummed and hawed on whether to put a book plate or to stamp something, but then I decided I would leave it blank so whoever gets it can title the journal however they wish. Around the spine this time is some lace that I tea-dyed ages ago. And then the rest of that satiny ribbon, and that goes between the signatures, as they always do. And there's also a dangle. And this is kind of secured behind the bow because it's kind of heavy. I'll pull it around the front so you can see it. It's kind of heavy because it's got this picture on the bottom. And I got this from Renee's shop, GT Designs. And I put it on a Tim Holtz. It's one of these things that you could use for a closure, but it's one of the shorter ones. So I kind of doubled up everything, so it's more chunky. So it's a little shorter, but it's got this pretty much the same amount of stuff. So on it is the picture, a jingle bell that my mother gave me. That's a Tim Holtz key that says love. A sentiment says discoveries. A pin, pinned on with another pin. A monocle. A letter charm. One of these white enamel charms. There's some bead baubles. A locket that you can put a picture in. And then a glossy accent over it. And I have two Jane Austen book charms, Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice, and I honestly don't remember where I got them. Came in a set of 4. I've used 2 of them already. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby. Might have got them online. Not positive. Don't remember. I've had them a while. And some more bead baubles and some buttons and a little number charm, and then that's all pinned on with the garment pin like it usually is. And it kind of more hangs to the back of the, kind of like that. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can tip it. It kind of hangs to the back of the bow, just to make sure that it was secure. So let's go inside. And I've had this kind of held shut so it doesn't fling open too badly. The inside papers are, it's an old Recollections stack. I think it's called Documented. It's one of the first paper collections that I bought. Found it when I was having a clear out. So it's like, oh yeah, I like that paper. So this looks like damask, which I love. So that's front and back. And as I said before, it's Jane Austen themed. The pages are a kit from Artie Mays. There's also everyone that I always use. There's more Artie Mays. There's Tsunami Rose, Dreams, etc., and Ephemera's Vintage Garden in here. And I've linked them all multiple times. Plus there's stuff there's some vintage stuff from my stash. Stuff I've been given. So pretty much everything has been coffee dyed. And there's lots of layering, some sewing, not a huge amount, but some. I also decided to try do something different. Instead of doing corner pockets, I used the jelly bean soup pockets. I have tons of these that I cut out last year, and just trying to use up some of the stuff that I've got in here. So I use these rather than the corner pockets, and I'll have them open. Layered on all of them. This is just lace and flowers and buttons. And they all have little tags in them with punched out tabs. And then there's all sorts of assorted, that's a Tim Holtz that I found when I was having my clear out. And then all sorts of different ephemera. Some of it's coffee dyed, some of it isn't. Some of the bigger pieces are coffee dyed and they just didn't make it into other journals. And some of it's not. There's a little bit of washi here and there. There's Glimmer Mist on a lot of the pages. Doilies from Denise's shop. 4 altered paper clips with layering. I used some of the gold clips this time. This little spool tag, when you buy some of the fibers and things from Denise, she puts them on these, and I saved them all. Let's see, graph paper, some stationery that Renee gave me, all sorts of just coffee dyed paper, paper bags. They all have a little bit of ephemera in them. Just some lined paper, some colored lace from Renee, some envelopes that I used as pockets, and that's at Tim Holtz. I did sew around, just around the top there. And these are open at the back. That's Tsunami Rose, Dreams, etc. Dreams, etc. All the lace is sewn on the pages. That is from one of my coloring books from when I was in the hospital. Some just cutouts, I guess, could call that. That's Dreams, etc. This is some vintage ledger with the writing still on. Another paper bag. And that's an advertisement that my mother gave me. That's, I think that's Walmart lace. The lace is either Walmart, Amazon, or there's some vintage stuff, and there's Hobby Lobby. These open out. I just did some really light stenciling, made some pebbles, and they're open in the back, so there's ephemera. These are both Tsunami Rose. Did some edge punching, and excuse me, I did some decoupaging. My mother gave me some gorgeous napkins that they got in Germany. I think this one is actually rice paper, and it's round and it's scalloped. And I planned ahead enough that I actually used them. This is vintage. It's 1889. It's a little church bulletin. I got it on Etsy. It's really thin. The paper is really soft, so really kind of cool. Children's writing paper. Some of the Edith Holden. Flip outs, fold outs, whatever you want to call them. This is just some scrapbook paper. I fold it over to make a little tuck. And, oops, this Tsunami Rose. That's Artie Mays and Tsunami Rose. There's another little pocket. That vine leaf trim is from Denise's shop. A little tag there. And that's Tsunami Rose. That's from Etsy from somewhere. I've had that for ages. That's Dreams, etc. And that's Tsunami Rose. It's probably either Christie Art Designs, Cameo Shop, or Vintage Graphic Land would be. It's one of those three. Lined paper, more doilies, music, some more napkin. It's a center. Just use the old, just the cotton string. That's the other half. There's an teacup napkin. And back through the other half of the signature. There's another little pocket. And we have Tsunami Rose, Dreams, etc. And it's just a glassine envelope with a little Tsunami Rose in there. That's the other side of that little bit of paper. That's Tsunami Rose, Dreams, etc. And Tsunami Rose. Does the other half of that fold out? Even though this is stuffed full, there's lots of room to journal. It's another envelope, and this one actually came apart with the coffee dyeing, so you can actually open it and journal on the inside, but it stays closed enough to use it as a pocket. And that is Dreams, etc. That's Artie Maze that goes with the kit, and this is Tsunami Rose. Belly band, and this is a paper bag that I cut the top off of. Just made the paper ruffle, sewed it on. And the envelope here, that's Artie Maze, and it has the journaling inside. And that just tucks under there. Another paper bag, and that's Tsunami Rose. Okay. Some more vintage ledger. This is just an extra piece of ledger paper. This is just new ledger, and I had cut it down to go in a journal, and it didn't get in there, so use it for extra. You can use it for extra journaling, or take it out and sew it into another signature. Another paper clip. That's a Prima butterfly there, and that's a pin that I rusted myself following Sagita's tutorial. Some more coloring book. It's a paper lunch bag, and it's gusseted so you can put quite a bit in here. This is glued down to make a pocket. Some vintage, it's like a little, pages out of a little pamphlet. And I thought it was just kind of fun. So that goes in there, it's really soft. And that's Dreams, etc. And tucked a little, that's backed on coffee dyed paper. That's Dreams, etc. also. I think that didn't make it into my renovating the house journal that I did in September. There's some more of that peach colored lace. There's a little bit in there. Some more teacup napkin. This is a little bit of ephemera that I just made a top tuck out of. Is Tsunami Rose, so is that, and that's the mason jars that come with the kit, with the Artie Maze kit. It's another pocket with another little tag, and it's like a bookmark, and some more ephemera. And that just makes a little kind of a little belly band, a little tag, and a journal spot. Another little fold out here with some stenciling. And there's an envelope there, and that's just empty. That's Artie Maze, and this was some Dreams, etc. Paper that I just thought was pretty. That tucks in there, and that goes in there, and the black lays on the top. That's the first signature. This quarter pocket comes with the kit. And we have, that's a Tim Holtz. That's Dreams, etc. And these tags come with the kit, and I just left them all together and accordion folded them up. Doily, more color book, some more of that round napkin. There's another little pocket with some more ephemera. And these dress forms come with the kit, and I just left them together and folded them up. It's another one of those vintage bulletins. Another paper bag with a journal card inside, lined paper. It's another bit of ephemera, that's Dreams, etc. that makes a little belly band. Side loading pocket there. This is some vintage crocheted trim from my mom. Another one of those. And behind it we've got another one of these pages. And another envelope. Comes with the kit. Just in there. Tucks in. Another pocket. Makes a top tuck. That's Tsunami Rose. That's Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And that's Dreams, etc. Some more decoupage. More vintage ledger. It's another altered paper clip. That one's got a little rusty bell on it. And there's another glassine envelope with a little library card inside. That's vintage lace. It's another envelope. Just various ephemera. This book is getting away from me here. Another paper bag. And there's another brown paper lunch bag. And this one is gusseted as well, so you can get a lot in there. This is glued down to make a pocket. And we have just some ephemera. And this is a pocket from the kit, which of course I've glued shut. Of course, all the way down to the bottom. Yep. Just glad I'm not the only one that does this. There we go. Okay. Yep. It opens if you don't glue it shut. Okay. Pocket from the kit. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that does that. And this actually is... Nope, it isn't. It just kind of bulged out a little bit. No, that's not open. Never mind. Never mind. Some more lined paper. It's another fold out. Some more stationery. A little bit of washi. Some more teacups. That's the middle. It's another pocket with a tag, and then that's from the kit. And Tsunami Rose and Dreams, etc. Fold out. That is Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and these are originally they're full-size pages, but I just shrunk them down to like ATC size. It's another pocket there. And behind it, you've got some ephemera, some more mason jars from the kit, and another bookmark that's also from the kit. A corner pocket with some dreams, etc. And that as well, and that's an Artie Mays envelope with the journal tag inside. Of course, this goes in just fine when the camera's not on. Alright, I'll get that after. Stay. It's another fold up with a journal card behind it. It's another tuck. Another envelope pocket, and this paint chip, Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and Tsunami Rose. I think these were some of the colors Nick was considering for his bathroom. Some more vintage trim. It's another side pocket there with two more of the dress forms and just some ephemera. Another paper bag. And there's another belly band with one of the paper ruffle. That's the top of one of those lunch bags. And this is just some page that I had. This is Tsunami Rose, I think. But it gives you another whole big journaling page. There's another paper clip. And clip to the back is another envelope, and this is just got some. This is a full page of coffee dyed paper in there. And that is the back cover, and that is it. So this will be listed in my Etsy shop, Pumpkin Patch Journals. If you're interested, pop on over and check it out. And you can also follow me on Instagram under Pumpkin Patch Journals. And I will be, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I will be back with another project soon. And thanks for watching. Bye.